As of this moment, this show is my show. Come on.
The second album, the first one came out in 2000, and this is our second one. Kind of the band I've been playing with for the last 3 years, and we started out just kind of having fun and just a couple guys getting together and having some fun, and then kind of snowballed more into the legitimate kick-ass band where we have kind of an international cult following and just getting bigger and bigger every day. So very, very happy about it, very excited about it.
It's Y2J!
Chris, have you had any problems people taking this serious due to the stereotypes that follow professional wrestling?
Well, that's the thing, and it makes me laugh because especially with the first album, we really saw that where it's kind of like, oh, it's a wrestler's band. Well, the wrestler obviously can't sing because he's a wrestler, which to me makes absolutely no sense because, you know, a creative person can do as many things as they want, you know, and it's just like Deion Sanders can't play baseball and can't play football. Well, why not? You know what I mean? And the same thing with Fozzy. I think people will realize that we're, like I said, we're a kick-ass band, and, you know, I can sing with the best of them, and just because I'm a wrestler doesn't mean I can't sing as well. So once people check that out, they're finding out that, man, this band does kick ass.
Yeah, that's right! That's right!
And over half the album is cover tunes of some of metal's best vocalists like Rob Halford of Judas Priest, Iron Maiden's Bruce Dickinson, Blackie Lawless of Wasp, you know, which are guys that aren't easy to replicate. Now, what's the reason for doing mostly cover tunes? Because you do have some originals as well.
You know, one of the reasons why we do a lot of cover songs is because, you know, we want to keep those songs alive, you know, in the year 2002 when conventional heavy metal really doesn't exist anymore. It's more of an underground thing, but those songs are still great songs and the bands are still great bands. So we just want to kind of, you know, for there's a lot of fans who are into Fozzy that might never heard of those bands before, so kind of want to, put kind of a modern twist on some of those songs and put the Fozzy stamp on them, but also keep them alive so new generations of fans can check them out.
Genius, JR!
He might be.
I didn't come out here to argue with you. I came out here to agree with you.
Now, you actually grew up in Winnipeg, and I remember a few years ago you wrote an article for Metal Edge magazine where you talked about your 10 favorite shows you've seen, and if I remember right, 2 or 3 of them were here in Fargo, right?
I can't remember if 2, maybe even 3, but that's where we always used to go for the bands that didn't come to Winnipeg, take the 4-hour drive, a 5-hour drive down to Fargo. I remember I saw Stryper down there, and I saw Kiss down there before, so if it was close enough, you know, if there was a band that was worth seeing, we would always come down to Fargo to check it out. The rock and roll capital that it was.
So did you raise a little hell when you were down here?
Yeah, I remember some girls that I met down there and some stuff went on, but that was a long time ago. It was like 1990, so girls in Fargo who know me, I apologize.
Who the hell are you to come out here and accuse me of anything? I'm the king of the world! It's Y2J! Y2J! You stupid son of a... Jericho, the one and only King of the World! King of the World! I'm the King of the World! King of the World!
And I gotta ask you, how are you balancing this band Fozzy with your wrestling career?
Yeah, it's quite difficult, to be honest with you, because, I mean, we're doing, like you said, there's a lot of work that needs to be done with wrestling and with Fozzy, and, I mean, when we recorded the Happenstance, we work 4 days a week wrestling from Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, then fly directly to Atlanta where we recorded the record and do a Wednesday, Thursday, Friday recording, and then go back to wrestle again, do that for a couple months, so we don't play as much as I'd like because their schedules just don't permit it, but we still end up trying to play about once a month, or this month we have like 5 or 6 shows, so it just depends on what the schedule is, and we try to do as much as we can.
Y2J!
So what gives you a bigger rush right now, playing live with Fozzy or wrestling in the WWE?
Well, I mean, I've been wrestling for 12 years, you know, and I've accomplished everything I ever wanted to do when I set out to become a wrestler. I still love it, but Fozzy's right now is so much fun because it's like starting from scratch all over again, and that's what I do with my wrestling career, is build something from the ground up, but it's very special because of that.
So Vince McMahon is supportive of Fozzy?
Yeah, I mean, he's very fair, and he's a creative guy, so he understands the yearning that you have when you have a lot of creativity inside of you, and that's, you know, Fozzy's just another outlet for me to express that.
It's Y2J!
Somewhat uncalled for, I would
The
say.
truth hurts. You want an example? Huh?
So how does Fozzy stand up against other bands out there as far as the live performance?
I can't remember one show we've had yet where people didn't have a great time, and that's very important, that we want to bring back kind of the entertainment, over-the-top show, bring that back to the scene in this day and age, and we do that every time we play. So I would put our band up against any other band live on stage for sure entertainment value and for sure, you know, kick-ass value.
Have you had any contact with any of the bands you've covered?
Yeah, Yeah, a couple of guys. Like actually, when we did Prisoner on the first record, Adrian Smith's a friend of mine. He actually said, "Man, you guys did a great job with that." You know, he wrote the song and played on it. So to hear that, it's kind of like the shout from the gods that you're doing a good job. And then on this one, Wolf Hoffman is a friend of ours from Accept, and he was saying that our version of Balls is exactly the way that he wished their version would have sounded like. So I mean, we get some pretty good accolades from some of these guys that were doing their songs. So that's awesome, you know.
Right now, if anybody deserves an award, it's the King of the World.
What is Jericho doing? What the hell is Jericho thinking?